Hey, how's it going? How was the commercial?
Oh, okay. That was fast. Hey.
It could have also been a few days. If it was, I missed you.
And we didn't change at all since then.
I should totally save.
Good thinking. I keep bumping the camera with my feetsies.
My tootsie.
My tootsies.
My tootsies.
Okay. Are you all ready to share what? Are you all ready with today's poems?
Skip.
Oh,
no.
God.
Oh no. I gotta go to the history.
Okay.
Alright, ready with today's poem. Oh, it was just
okay.
ellipses.
Okay.
Damn
fortunate.
it. I'm good at this.
Hey, but at least we found that function, because that'll come in handy.
Oh, come on. Could your time be any worse?
Sorry. I just want to make sure we have enough time. Although you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me, removing her hand from my abdomen. Oh my god, it hurts.
Damn it.
Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're giving it back?
Don't you want to know what happens? Oh wait.
Don't you want to know what happens?
Ah, yes, but... Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is it really alright? I say mostly because I don't plan on using my spare time to read this crap.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start on the next.
Like, one of your friends opens this up and is like, dude, something you want to tell us?
I heard it was good online.
Parfait girls.
And if it's been...
I'll kill you! By tomorrow. I only got partway through the volume so far. Dude, you can just skim. It's not hard to read manga.
Mm-hmm.
I might fall behind.
Maybe even cliff notes for that?
Just look at the pretty pictures and be like, oh yeah, the one that looked like JoJo.
Exactly.
But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put the stuff and carefully slip my book in the bag.
Poetry time. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
You bet your booty! My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done it before, so I clicked random letters inside of a notebook and watched little tiny sprites jump up and down until I figured out which one I wanted to bang.
Yeah, that's about as good as a method as any. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook, covered in pretty pictures. I can really see Monica's pristine handwriting where I sit. It says a lot of things I don't want to read on screen. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I pull out a gun!
So, who do you want to show your poem to first? You get to show it to all of them. Alrighty.
Alright, Natsuki first.
Okay.
I told Natsuki...
And I'll read the poem, just because you have to do a lot of the narration reading, so.
That's why I've become like, I'm a surfer bro. How's it going? I'm reading a book. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first.
Nani? Nani? Okay, well let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all,
Because she read your poem.
Natsuki reread my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving me my opinion.
Dude.
Well, then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things, like playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
And fapping.
In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said, remember to finish your vegetables after every meal.
She's full of all kinds of wisdom like that.
Well, I wouldn't be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you how real literature looks like. And then I throw my metaphorical poem deck on the table and rub it around because I'm a better poet than you.
So eat shit.
And you ruined it.
Well, there's a compliment. An odd way to express a compliment.
I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you saying you liked it?
That is the best possible sound effect from what was on screen at the time.
Natsuki retorts, gets cut up in her throat. You're so... You just...
I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that.
I say that mostly to myself. That is true to real me, too.
Nah.
That Suki must really hate me or something, even though she was curling up with me over a good book.
Yeah, she is very confused about her feelings.
I can't figure out if it was a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, alright?
Let's see her
Let me see your metaphorical poem, Dick.
Alright. Let's see that metaphorical poem, Dick, if I remember correctly. Okay.
Because Monica will make me if I know.
Alright. Eagles can fly.
Wait, no. We gotta do this like a beatnik.
Okay. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
What the fuck?
That's some deep shit, bro.
Just give me a small mind explosion. Too much. Just subtle.
Okay. Alright. So click outside the poem area to continue.
Yeah,
I told you I wasn't gonna like it.
I like it. But what? Just to be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks I was trying to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even like writing seriously.
But isn't the point of the poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. Like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simply writing is it puts more weight into wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme in the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. Because I'm awesome. It helps you bring
It'd
up
be
the
best-
thing in the last line.
It's like she ended the last line with, "So yeah, we fucked, son." So like all this like beautiful prose and wordplay, and then it just ends with, "And in the end, get fucked."
Right. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Well, I guess she did whip out her metaphorical poetry, Dick.
I'm glad you learned something. Don't expect that from your youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not.
I decided to humor her with the last comment.
Bitch. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is really feeling proud, then I wouldn't take it away from her.
Alright, so now you don't have to do both speaking voices for quite some time, so well done, young man.
Let's talk to her
Alright.
about the poem.
Ellipses. This is a good poem, Justin. Are you sure it's your first time?
Giggity.
Of course. It's not that good. I am the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Bitch.
But that's why it impressed me. Because you're so pathetic. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you weren't going to do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in this classroom.
It's not convincing enough. She has enough hallucinations. Like,
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Justin. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people and going to a club filled with girls? What kind of selfish motivation could you possibly have?
Because I saw it in my Japanese anime. No! Too soon!
Damn it. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason why I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
I forgot the camera, so I look over and I'm just like, alright,
there's no way that can be cut and then looped. No.
I can cut it so no one can see it ever again.
I suppose so.
Alright, I'm gonna hold it to you then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that!
Alright, you ready? Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I'd sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I'm sorry. Make the rub the sleepy from my eyes is it's definitely an interesting.
And then, yo, I want breakfast. Like, it's like,
I want them pancakes.
I was writing. Fuck it, I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
Watch me, bitch. I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean.
Don't be a bitch!
I still tried my best, asshole.
Ah, yes. Best. I didn't mean to say that about a poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
No. Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast. I ran to school with it in my mouth.
It was so cowboy. Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. Asshole. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Ah, yes.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Oh, what was that? Oh, well, I guess I look forward to it. Monica.
Are you thinking about something else?
All right.
Monica. Alright. Speaking of which, Yuri.
Oh, alright. That works too.
Yuri stares at her poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself.
Oh, of course.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Wow, that's a way to start this off.
Yeah? Why do you ask? It's garbage! Absolutely garbage!
It's... Hold on.
It's raw!
It's raw! It's raw! I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands, even though she's clearly not.
Clearly not. We can see her. I don't know if the game recognizes.
Where did she go? Where did she go?
Oh my god, object permanence. What happened?
I couldn't help but notice that there's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been there myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together.
Like picking random letters inside of a notebook.
Maybe a little bit. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finishes her train of thought and her train of destroying my poem I worked so hard to accomplish earlier, it is though she demeanor totally changed.
It's okay, it wasn't aimed towards you, bitch.
Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, she wants your dick. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki.
Or everyone. Or Monica.
Do you mind if I read your poem now? I'm going to read this one.
Okay.
Please do. I love to share you with thoughts process behind it. She smiles dreamily, as if a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, it's supposed to be literature club. Ghost under the lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining steel light to have withstood the last of time. The last... Oh my god, this curse sucks.
The last remaining street light. Is that what?
The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hair of the future. Hugh, I bathe, calm, breathing air of my present, but living the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. See, yeah, like, I kept thinking that was a C, and I was just like, the cast yet to be replaced?
Yep. Surprise, cursive.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
Oh my god. It knows.
Too soon! I don't know what I'm doing.
Jesus. That was actually really, really shocking how it got that. It was just like... oh my god.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my spasms, and I'm just like...
Oh, that too, that too.
How did it get that far where he's just flipping his shit?
I'm sorry, so I have some terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you
such a long time to read.
I'm dyslexic. Well, I don't read script very often because I'm dyslexic.
Why did that kill me so hard?
Because you know I'm dyslexic. So it makes it better.
Okay, we're good. Okay. Alright. I'm ready.
I actually think your handwriting is pretty. So are your hands. And the body attached.
That's a relief.
Can I lick them? Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive when I figured out what it was.
It wasn't too short?
Nope. I usually
write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it was our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Like paper.
I can't flop out my metaphorical poetry, Dick. Quite yet.
Are
We'll
you,
get there.
are you into ghost, Yuri?
It's the Monokuma laugh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Justin.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Really? Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
What'd you say, bitch?
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
Maybe it's about the time I almost drowned in the bathtub because I was making toast and the toaster fell in.
Maybe. I don't know. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's pretty impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. And read poems in class, and then they tell me that it means something that it's not, because the poem person wrote it that way.
Apparently. I'm counting on you. That's why I teach math. Hey.
Alright, last one. It's poem time.
Hey, Justin.
Sup?
Sup, bro? Having a good time so far?
Yeah. I was actually gonna say that.
You're really in touch with this protagonist. Good, glad to hear it.
I'm so glad. I hope nothing bad happens to him.
By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? So,
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
here's the idea. Orgy.
Topless
What are your
Tuesdays.
thoughts?
We have tops, Beyblades. Top Tuesdays. Beyblades. Beyblades. Let it rip. Let it rip. Let it rip.
God damn it. Well played.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to after 3 people reading it already.
Don't worry, Justin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
The fuck is this?
Don't worry about that for now.
I was in character. I like it, Justin.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ah.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
No, no.
No!
Oh God, what have I done?
Embarrassment!
It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep.
Nope.
By any chance, did you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Or Stein?
Wait, no. That's, Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Yep, that's the one.
Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for... That was you.
Oh, he's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. I'm just surprised that it's a he. I thought Shel was a guy.
I thought he was a
Oops.
clam.
Oh, wow. That's a delay one on my part. I got it now. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Oh god, sometimes they're only a few lines long. I can't wait to watch that, just to see like that delay, that moment where I'm just like,
Hey.
They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them,
No, that's bullshit, because I'm stopping right here. The one poem I remember reading is, I can't remember which one of the books, but it's a poem about a girl who always cuts in line, and they were a trip to the jungle, and they run into a tribe of like indigenous people, and they're cannibals. And she's like, "Me first," and they ate her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess this is exactly... They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, like you said, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. Okay, well, maybe not the cannibal one, but...
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sorta. Maybe she's not an expert. But you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I'm comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Everybody's saying that.
Well, it's kind of basically what happens.
So you
People
sound
share
pretty
stuff.
confident in something that claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Because if I'm going to be leading a military expedition in a few months, I have to make sure my commanding officers know that I'm in charge.
She looks just like Toa from Trails of Cold Steel, now that I think about it. So, yeah, maybe.
Well, let's read it then.
Alright.
Oh, there's a little scrolling bar, too.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
shit.
long one. Do you want this one or do you want me?
I got this one.
Okay.
I can read this. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that sparkle produced. The noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see! I reel, blind, like a firm left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched, with a prominent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that it wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Glorial!
That should be like the last line. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Yeah, because that was shitty feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has been getting pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Not if I read it!
Yeah,
What
it's
is the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I was in a truck stop bathroom the other day.
fine. Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some sort of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that.
Isn't it an elephant?
Maybe. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Use a pencil, not your dick.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
What happens if you're using pencil? It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I guess so. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Settings, I'm done. Phew.
Alright, all the poems done for day one.
I guess that's everyone. I'm glancing around the room. That's a little more stressful than I anticipated, and as though I'm judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs.
I like to think that what you handed was just a piece of paper with like the letters on a fridge or the words on a fridge. There's like random words all over the place. It's like,
Just Scrabble letters.
exactly. It's like, Natsuki, I put all the words I think you like here. Like,
I love
this is good.
Have you ever seen that comic of like the animal, or what is it, like
The alphabet soup.
no, Harvest Moon. He's like, this guy, he comes up to me once a day, hands me a turnip, and then leaves. I think I'm falling in love with him. I want to marry him. And if, like, the person next to her's like, of course. Like, that's what you do.
God, and I haven't seen that one, but I need to see it.
I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh no, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem with her desk and rule in hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Bitch, what'd you say? Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could you be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try so hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I didn't come out nice at all.
Cat fight.
Cat fight. Kiss,
Cat
kiss,
fight.
cat.
Fight, fight, fight. Kiss, kiss. Fight, fight, fight. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Harumph? If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who could actually like it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Justin did too. So based on that, I'll give you a century my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
well, here's a suggestion. Your writing style is a bitch, like you are. Nyeh. Nyeh.
And Justin liked my poem too, you know? And my tits. She even told me he was impressed by it. Bet he didn't say that to you, huh, bitch?
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member.
Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Justin appreciates my advice more than it appreciates yours. I don't know, man.
Is it because she's choking her collar and you decided to choke yourself?
A little bit. I was like...
I was getting kind of worried because I just hear you muttering in the back.
Huh? You didn't out of mind more. Are you full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overtly cutesy. You! Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size as soon as Justin started showing up.
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little...
That doesn't involve you, bitch.
I gotta stop saying bitch. I'm sorry. It's just a great way to like...
It fits for, like, most of the things that she says. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both turned towards me, as you noticed I was staring there.
Justin! She just tried to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing's more effective, and then it would have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poem so convincing for no reason? And it means it should show up in the reader, and no person have figured it out. Help me explain it to her, Justin.
Wait.
Well, actually, you're both wrong.
There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Justin?
Huh?
Well. Alright.
How did I get dragged to this in the first place?
Now the choice of a generation.
No, it's not like anything about writing, but whom I agree with, they'll probably think highly of me.
Alrighty.
Yuri,
Yuri? Oh,
you're
whoops.
really talented. Well,
Oh, whoops, my bad.
But Natsuki has a point.
Oh.
I think that... I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. Let's say the reader's imagination takes over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah!
I don't know if the cat picked up.
Yeah, like, you even have the cat on board.
It's not even a cat in this room. That was loud.
Mm-hmm.
It did, didn't it?
Show how much you know.
That's not.
Natsuki. I think that's enough.
Huh? Can I go for the killing blow? Me?
Nah, if we're gangbanging her, we can't go that hard.
But isn't that what a gangbang's for? Going hard.
I
But she was
suppose.
so mean to me. Look,
That was enough.
what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Every small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so, you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets really caught up in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She mutters that briefly audible.
Yuri?
Hmm? Yuri looks so dejected. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so.
Hey!
It's not...
It's not like you apologized for me, Justin. Sheesh.
Then
That's-
apologize for yourself,
Bitch.
bitch.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing is,
She glances around the room.
would everyone stop staring at me?
She's clearly looking the other way, so I don't think we have to worry about that.
Unsurprisingly, Susie had a harder time with it than she bothered. Sayori and Monica looked away.
Harumph.
Anyways,
Thinking about your boobs. I didn't mean, okay? That's all.
The best possible tact.
boobs. Natsuki
Boobs.
looks away, avoiding eye contact.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori?
I'll go make some tea.
Zoom!
Hey?
I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder, just like...
You're like, yeah, good luck with that.
just pat, pat, pat.
with the hover hand. Very important.
She is my waifu. You're touching me too much. There we go.
Okay, now it's the hover. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that makes it worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Justin.
Me?
And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. Ha 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 ha.
And so, so me joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what this club's for.
I thought it was for waifus.
I disagree, Monica.
How about what?
That the most important thing about the literature club is you don't talk about a literature club. That's the first and second rule, you dumb cunt. The most important thing is having fun.
Just the immediate facepalm, like, holy fuck.
Oh,
What am I
God,
doing?
fuck. I didn't see it coming, and that's the worst part.
Ah,
Of course. Well, I agree that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
And in the end, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing, but in the end, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah?
It's just about time for us to leave.
Well, after that Fade.
Yeah. How did you feel about sharing your poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I said it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Justin, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too.
Blah!
So your poems will turn out even better.
Think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can't at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Justin,
What?
ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Eee!
She beams at me. Surely it's been a while since Yuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Mm-hmm.
Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that thing kind of happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
Why'd you shrink? Why?
It's a
How is that
opposite of
I know that's supposed to be like slumping, but like in a conversation, just like, why? Crab form.
Why? I'm melting.
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Phew!
And then she grew back up. Okay.
You know, Justin,
Huh.
it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club,
Huh.
but I think seeing you get along with other people is what makes you be the happiest.
Huh.
And I think everyone really likes you, too.
Huh. That's
So they will.
Every day's gonna be so much fun.
every day.
Every day.
Looks like Sierra still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does that really need to stop there? Well, we'll have to see what the future holds, Sierra. I pat Sierra on the shoulder. I said more to myself than to her, but it easily uses Siri as an intentional monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Alright, gonna save it for poem 2.
Next time on
Doki
Dragon
Doki.
Ball Doki.
We're gonna write more poetry. I still want to know what our poetry looks like to their eyes.
Be it something we may never know.